ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, kings and queens, and everybody in between. This is Ptah Shakur here again, hijacking the White Rose Community Television Station, here to give my love, light, education, motivation, and aspiration for all those looking to find the greatest versions of themselves. Quick question for you before I get involved with everything. Have you ever thought of someone only having them call you very, very shortly? Have you ever thought of someone and haven't seen them for quite a bit of time, and they just pop up out of the blue? Have you ever encountered someone for the first time and had an instant connection to them? Chances are that you may have psychic ability that you may not be particularly aware of. However, we're going to go into that in a little bit more. This is a wonderful time for us to be alive. Anybody that could ever heard the sound of my wonderful voice, that I'm a proponent that we are living in that great and dreadful time. This is the time that's written about in all the scriptures and scrolls, but relax, put a smile on your face. Ptah Shakur is here to help those who want to understand this current cosmic change, what's going on. I got what you're looking for. So what I got today, before I get it started, I'm going to do my due diligence, make sure that this gets all out to all my Facebook family and friends. If somebody's out there want to give me a little sound check, having some little technical things. My TV over here is working right now. That's a good thing. Here we go. Yes, sir. We are live here on Facebook. Let me do a sound check for myself. We are live here on Facebook. That sounded very, very clear. So make sure you share all this. I'm going to share this out to my super friends. Matter of fact, I'm going to make it real, real simple. I'm just going to put this at followers. Oh, they messed up. They shouldn't have told me how to do that one. So this is going out to all my followers out there. Shout out to Sharif Ahmed. Stay tuned for this upcoming Wednesday, same channel here. We're going to be have a wonderful interview with Jasmine Riviera. She is actually running for a seat within the local government here. And we're going to have a wonderful conversation with her. So right now, please take your due diligence. Go ahead and get a pad and paper, something to write down. Go get your veggie straws, your organic chips and drinks and things of that nature. And we're going to make sure we get this out to everybody. So like I said, if you're out there on Facebook land, go ahead and throw me a... I see it right here. Not on my main page. So I'm going ahead and share this out to all of my bros. So let me refresh this here. Give me one moment. So like I said, here we go. So this is going out to Sharif Ahmed. Okay, just got a little sound check coming in there loud and clear. So this is going out to, like I said, Sharif. Send this out to Peace Elohim. We're looking to get back. I apologize, I didn't have the program last couple Mondays. I was feeling a little bit under the weather. The allergies was just straight kung fu kicking me in that area. However, I'm back on my feet, back and better than ever here. Now this program is going out live on the White Rose Community Television viewership as well as Facebook. This camera here is going out live to YouTube. Send out to Roger Moore. I'm sending this out to Miss Jolie as well. Boom. And let me make sure I send that out to followers because I don't think it went out. Here we go. Now, we are rocking and rolling. So, let me kind of retrace my steps. Grand Rising, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, this is a tremendous opportunity. This is the Ptah Shakur Speaks program. This is a live call-in show, as well as this is going out on my Facebook. It's going out on my YouTube channel, as well as my Rumble account, and soon to be on Patreon. Ptah Shakur, I got a warning. I got to start with this. Warning, I would never hurt myself, never kill myself. I'm a happily married man, family man, a man that looks to be a pillar in my community and inspiring and enlivening individuals across the worldwide. Got to share that bit of information, keeps those crosshairs off you, because we're going deep, y'all. We're going to some real deep information. So, also warning, the information I'm sharing may come across kind of egotistical, may come across arrogant, but like I said in previous programs, go on YouTube, go to Ptah Shakur, that's how you spell it right there, Utah with a P, Shakur like Tupac. And like I shared before about affirmations, I start my day with an affirmation. What does that mean? Let me explain to you, person sound just like me. What that is when you say I am, whatever you put behind that I am, that is actually what you actually calls forth to bring into your experience. Believe it or not, you are a torus field. You are not an ocean in a drop. You're a drop. You're not a drop in the ocean. You're the ocean in a drop. You are a fractal of the God frequency is imbued in every single last one of us. You can hear the sound of my voice. Yes, you right there. You are an interdimensional being. With the you never left the spirit realm. Most people think that we're living a physical existence and that we sometimes have spiritual experiences, whether you go to sleep or you take ayahuasca or whatever they got going on. I never tried it. Never did any of that stuff. However, understand that you are a spiritual being first and foremost. How we're living in this third dimensional matrix, you can't really remember everything. That kind of cheating. It's like imagine if you were the greatest video game programmer that exists and you want to see the handiwork as far as what you're able and capable of doing. So you create this particular video game, and if you have a pill that you can take that cause you have amnesia, you just forget about everything. So you come into this physical world, don't know how to walk, don't know how to talk. You have to relearn that you, yes you, are God incarnate here to master and reclaim your understanding of that. So with the affirmations, here we go. You can write this down. You can steal it if you want. I am the omnipresent, all-powerful agency that's governing this here mind-body complex. I am the presence of divine harmony, and I'm always connected to the frequency of God. And I now bring forth solutions to change myself and to change the world. Got to change yourself first before you change the world. Everything is reflective. So I am a limitless door which no man can shut. I am the mighty presence of divine short in action. What does all that mean? This just means that I'm your brother, even short. I am you. So I am a catalyst for change, role model, youth advocate, Reiki practitioner, transformational life coach, entrepreneur, and spiritual guide and channel. I'm a rebel, y'all. I'm here to uninstall this cowardiceness that these elites are actually depending on you and I to sit idly with our hands on our laps as these elites actually do things behind the scenes that is really, really shocking. And their end game is really close. We'll get to that a little bit later. So I seek to shed light on those daily atrocities that the elites actually are trying to pull over you and I intend to promote nothing but love, light, education, motivation for all those who are looking to understand the cosmic changes that are going on. And yes, go ahead and get your Bibles out and go to the back of the book. It's interesting because the Revelations used to be in the front of the book, but in the back of the book, in that Revelation, you see the stuff is, information is jumping off of the pages right now where it says, behold, I see the new heaven and the new earth. For the old heaven and the old earth has formerly passed away. We are living in that times as right now. You already know about the mark of the beast. I'm going to save you the details. Get the book. You should already know, but go ahead and get the book. So with this new energy that's coming in, it is causing changes and causing us to ponder and get rid of unwanted belief systems that are no longer serving us. And conversely, you have those individuals in the media and those individuals in our education system that have information that will benefit you and I so we can walk in and discover the divinity that is actually inside of us. That those individuals do not want to come out. However, they can't stop it. This is a beautiful time to be alive. I hope you got a smile on your face. If not, after this program, this is an hour-long program, so I got to talk fast, y'all. Hopefully you'll get some information out of this. So I told you to get a pen and pad. I told you to get that, right? Go ahead and write that down. So I'm a dangerous man to those elites and their shadow government that's been corrupting the United States since the 1950s. And for anybody who is willfully participating in your own energetic enslavement, this is not the taste for you. You probably already turned the channel. For those that's operating on the high track, these are individuals that understand that they are vessels of divine love, and they do their best to each one, teach one, and share that love with each and every individual. I salute you, Starseed, salute. If you're in the middle pack, you're still trying to discern what's going on. You're really paying attention to what's going on in the news. You're saying, you know, there's a lot of weird stuff going on right now. And some people are here to police it. Ooh, shout out to K-Dot. So if you're in that middle track, I would implore you to use the best of discernment, question everything that you are being taught, and question everything that you have been taught. And then I'm sure the reality of things will come very, very clear to you. For those that's on the slow bus, you know, you're just going to just believe, I'm going to believe what the pastor say, I'm going to believe what Biden or whoever these individuals say. Just take it, just a spoonful of it, just shove it down. Whatever it is, that's okay. We're supposed to take it, shove it down the mouth. I'm going to pray for you. So, for those who identify as feminine, I don't care what your acronyms are, we need your vision. We need that feminine energy to return, to help correct the ills that we see in this civilization. I don't have to go into deep with all this now, do I? If you identify as masculine, I ask you to join me with this mindset. We would rather die like men rather than live like cowards, and do what you can to step up and take care of the human family. You know our elected officials ain't doing that. And I believe Mr. Trump, if he's listening right now, I hope you're listening to Mr. Trump. I believe he's in York, Pennsylvania today, so it might be, he might be scrolling through the community access channels. I'm pretty sure it's not my Facebook friend. However, this goes out to you, Mr. Trump. Love and light to you, Mr. Trump. Hope you he's on a certain level. He needs a little help. He needs a little work there. But he got some information that I think we all really need to hear him out. And anybody, this is for diversity. If you got something that you want to say, believe it or not, you could call in. There's a phone right here on the floor with a microphone. 717-846-5067. I did attempt to put it on the little screen there. I don't know what happened. However, go ahead and call in. We can have a wonderful conversation. But back to my intro. To all my YouTube subscribers, my 130 subscribers, soon to be 130,000, 130 million. We manifesting over here. Remember, you are eternal beings with forever being a fraction of eternity. You are beautiful, powerful children of the ultimate divine programmer. I'm talking about God, y'all. And I'm asking everybody to remember that you are aspects of God. And actually, let's do what we came here to do. To all my youth, all my hooded youth, you see you with the hoods on. Matter of fact, they even have a new type of style on where the hood actually covers the whole face. That's something I seen that's interesting on Facebook. They just completely covered up their face. But for the hooded youth, I love you, the individual. I may appear to be the only one standing here on this particular platform, but I assure you that I'm not alone. We love you. We believe that the youth that are walking the face of the earth right now are some of the most powerful souls in existence that has ever existed, that have now returned back and reincarnated back at this crucial point in time so we can rise with the earth. The earth right now is actually going through a change. Believe it or not, the center core of the earth is actually slowing in its rotation, and some scientists have said it's actually reversing in its rotation, and that's in effect just throwing off the northern poles. Yes, the North Pole has already moved. That's the weather patterns is increasing. I think there's an earthquake that happened, and just go to January 2023. In January 2023, they're on YouTube. Excuse me. You can go back and actually see the program when I actually share certain things to look at. I said, keep your eyes on the sky. You're going to see more UAPs, UFOs, whatever you want to call them. They're here and they're not going anywhere. You're going to see more and more that I shared about the different changes going on inside and of the earth, dealing with earthquakes, hurricanes coming up on the west coast, hitting California. Different things going on. All of this is a happy, happy day. This earth is coming alive. And of course, there's going to be a lot of changes with geological formations, land formations. And there will be loss of life and things of that nature. But like I said, this was written about in all the scriptures and the scrolls. Where the return of the Christ consciousness is here, y'all. The Mayans spoke about this in 2012, where they alluded 2012. They knew that, that was a time that was that signaled a shift in the frequency, and we are now living fully in it. And I hope everybody is enjoying that, because they said this is the great and dreadful day of the Lord. It's great if you understand what's going on. It's dreadful if you don't. Let me get back to this here. So, the buck stops here. We believe that the youth right now are some of the most powerful individuals that chose to reincarnate, and we want to do our due diligence to unlock the greatness inside of our youth. To all my star seeds, wanderers, indigo children, angelic souls, believe this and hear me. Hear me, America. We are the new founding fathers of this reality. And I'm asking everybody to do what you can. Get in contact with the unconditional love. You gotta have unconditional love for yourself first. Consciousness only knows itself. But when you do it, understand the divine technology of which your body is able to operate on. The fact that your body is breathing for you, the fact that your body is digesting your food, and half the time is actually running our lives. But that time you got to change. So we got to do what we do, diligence, do some meditation, bring that divine mind back into your body so you can be very, very intentional with the things that we need to be done. So I'm asking you, find out the divine love, unconditional love for yourself, and give a small smidget, a dollop, a dab, something. Give a little bit out to your fellow human beings that are meandering, masquerading in physical flesh, but they really just your reflection. So, like I said, I've never hurt myself, kill myself due to be a happily married man. Glad everybody's here with me. Get tuned in, tapped in, turned on to the most powerful of all programming. This is the Ptah Shakur Speaks program. So, before I go into what you see on the bottom of the screen there, do you have psychic abilities? So we're going to go into some other things. What we're going to go into, y'all? We're going to go into how to protect your energy. You see, I've got my Himalayan crystal here. This is something that I use. You can actually use this for dials. You can use this for pendulum and things of that nature. We're going to talk about how to protect your energy at this crucial time. We're also going to talk about the clairs. We're going to talk about the claircognizant. We're going to talk about the clairvoyant. We're going to familiarize yourself with these particular terms because you may have those abilities and you don't even know it. That's crazy. We're going to talk about your chakras. Everybody has, if you notice this over here, you're going to notice this wonderful diagram here, diagramming each of the 7 chakra systems in your body. And if I have enough time, if I don't go too much off of the rails here, I have a wonderful visualization that we can do. So as something practical you can do so you can understand the divineness that's inside yourself. I can sit here and talk to my face turned red and sweating, which I'm sweating because my face is probably already red. So we're also going to talk about telepathy, astral projection, and reading auras. So before I do all that, I'm going to put on my little commercial hat. This wonderful, before I get into that, this magazine here, I believe this is this is the July edition. It's a wonderful resource. I'm going to get a little close. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid. This is the National Awakenings magazine, I believe. This is all over, but this particular episode or issue goes out to Harrisburg, Chambersburg, Reading, and things of that nature. So it's chock full of wonderful resources of places you can go find out who does reflexology, who does Reiki. Believe it or not, the Giver of Light Holistic Services actually does Reiki. And did you know Giver of Light Holistic Services is actually located here in York, Pennsylvania? Yes. Right in the corner of Queen and Rafton Road. The building is the South York Business Center and a unit there. They do Reiki, reflexology, foot detox, infrared sauna, vaginal steams for ladies, infrared sauna. So it's a wonderful opportunity to really start to get some modalities that actually assist with your body instead of popping all those. I don't want to get myself in trouble. This is how I would never hurt myself and never kill myself. Make sure there ain't no red dots on me or anything. You're going to see me move around a little bit. So, if people are fed up with these pharmaceuticals that only treat the effect, but it never treats the cause. The pharmaceutical industry just wants more customers. It don't want cure, it wants customers. So, let's go to what was in existence before pharmaceuticals was in existence. What, Ptah? Are you saying that there was something that existed before pills? Yes, the information that I'm sharing with you is not new agey. This is not something somebody just made up. A lot of this information comes straight out of Kemet. Yes, I said Kemet. I didn't say Egypt. It comes from the essence. And so, believe it or not, some of this stuff is hiding in the basement of the Vatican that they don't want to disclose to you. But we'll get to that in a little bit. So like I said, this particular magazine has wonderful recipes, different things you can get involved in. Place this right here. You can get involved in to actually find a way to develop the best version of yourself without popping all those pills. So, last little commercial that I'm doing. This wonderful book you see here is the book called the Transformational Power of Habit by Cresha Drayden. This is a wonderful book. $15, y'all. Chock full of information and sharing with you how you can change your life around And you don't need no special crystal, special mat. You don't have to pray to a special god or take a special type of tonic. You got to sit down and actually discover what type of habits do you have that are leading to either A, your suffering, or B, your success. But it is all on you. Nobody's coming for you. Everything sits right on your shoulders. It's up to you. Like I said, this is Grateful Day. This is the Grateful Day of the Lord. So it's up to you to find out what road you're going to take. There's a split in the road, and you can't go straight. So that's my little commercial that I got going on for you today. But like I said, I get my little intro. And even if this is a powerful affirmation, please write this down if you like. This is, I know my place in truth. I know what I am in truth. I know how I serve in truth. I am free. I am free. I am free. I am in the upper room. God is, God is, God is. Ptah Shakur, I pledge to always look for the best in each and every circumstance and in each and every one, including starting with myself. I come from love, I am love, and I choose to look at the world through the lens of love. I commit myself to choosing the upper room towards vibrating at the highest level possible. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am free, I am free, I am free. Behold, I make all things new. So the words have power, y'all. That's why it's called spelling. Spelling bee. Spelling. Understand that when you write things down and when you say them out your word, believe it or not, when the words come out of your mouth, they don't just stop with the auditorily effect. Meaning I can scream to the top of my voice right now. You might hear me for a couple blocks, but let's believe the intent and the will that we are imbued with actually goes out to the far ends of space. I'm telling you, y'all. You are a torus field. If you don't know what a torus field, just imagine being inside of like an inner tube, one of them snow inner tube. That is the fabric of the universe. That is the fabric of energy of all things, including yourself, meaning that whatever you put back out into this torrential field will come back. That's something called karma, y'all. So make sure you're putting good seeds. Make sure you're putting those positive seeds into this etheric field, torrential field. So what you get back is what you get back. We all know folks used to tell you that. But now science has proven this. And so hence this is the reason why this particular program exists. You can call in and question me if you like. Number is 717-846-5067. Like I said, I'm an expert when it comes to all things occult, metaphysical, energy, and things of that nature. I've always wanted to see a program like this. However, I have to be the one to actually produce this. But let's believe I'm not alone. So back to the topic at hand. If you notice on the bottom little scroll there, let me check my time. It's an hour-long program, y'all. So we're going to get right into it. So, if you notice on the bottom of the scroll there, it says New Earth versus New World Order. What do I mean about that? Well, let's go into it about the New World Order. If you go ahead and take your dollar bills out, all I got is 20s, y'all. I ain't got no money in my pocket. So if you take your dollar bill out, let me stop lying. So if you take your dollar bill out and actually look on the back of the dollar bill, what you actually see is a pyramid. And you see the capstone of the pyramid actually has like an eye in it. They call it the Eye of Horus. What is the American United States money doing with so much Egyptian symbolism in that? So that Eye of Horus that is in that capstone, and believe it or not, is separated. It's not even part of the whole. What does that mean? That means that the individuals at the very upper echelon of society, so we think, actually are hogging all of this information for themselves. And they're not sharing it down to everyone else. Why? Because if you share this life-giving free information with everyone else, then everyone else becomes free, and then therefore you can't make money off of that. Come on now, we all know that. So, and if you also look at the bottom of that on the pyramid, it had Latin. It says Novus Ordo Selectum. Novus, new, order is order, selectum, New World Order. So this is things that have been in the works for quite a while. And if you listen to Klaus Schwab and the Global Economic Forum and individuals of that nature, they're actually setting up a little booby trap for the financial industry, and so they're not telling everybody else. So like I said, this information is meant to those that actually care about your lives. You care about your grandchildren, the world that we're actually going to inherit from us. These young individuals are looking up to us. It's up to us. So it's time to get on the bus and go into motion. And so with that, like I said, New World Order individuals, I can go for days. That's not the purpose of this particular show. Go to Ptah Shakur there on YouTube, a plethora of videos that go in depth with that. So New Earth, this is like what was shared in the scriptures about a new earth. Why does it have to be a new earth? This heavenly experience that all Christians are waiting for. You're not wrong, Christians. There's something going on. It's how we're going to get there is really, really important. Remember the things that Yeshua was speaking. What? Yes. Oh, yeah. Jesus for everybody else. Yeshua actually shared about this particular time where he says, greater work shall ye do. Meaning that we have works to do and we have abilities that are actually being developed inside of us right now. And we're going to go into some of them. These are the psychic abilities. These are the same abilities that Jesus, Yeshua, had. And if you go ahead and look into those scriptures and scrolls, it brings forth a question. It speaks about Yeshua when he was a young individual. Of course, the powers that be try to catch him and things of that nature. But he disappears and actually comes back, or is called back from Egypt. Called back at the age of 33. So where did he go? He explored some of these ideas. Not only was in Egypt, he actually went to Tibet, which is verified by the Dalai Lama. Has already shared that Yeshua, the ancient Yeshua, I'll make sure I speak very plain, Jesus, actually, physically, in his 20s or so, went to Tibet to learn certain information. I'll go into that another time. Actually, and also went to India and Tibet. Learned about reincarnation, learned about Reiki and things of that nature. So this is nothing new when I'm speaking about Reiki. Don't clutch your pearls and say, oh my God, this is something crazy Ptah Shakur just made up. No. Unlock the psychic abilities you were born with. Have you ever known, like I've said, have you ever known you were about to get a phone call before the phone rang? Have you ever had a dream of a loved one who was in trouble and then later found out that it was true? Have you ever met someone new and instantly had a bad feeling about them? We're all born with psychic abilities, y'all. Nobody's more special than another. And like all abilities, there's a way that you can make stronger these particular abilities so you can actually use them for your life. There's nothing wrong with that. That's what we do when we pray, isn't it? In a way, we subconsciously send out a spell so to powers that be so we can make things work in our behalf. So let's get more specific in what all these about. So we're going to go into how to, and this wonderful book here, this is Physical Awakenings by Harlow Wolfe. It's Beginner's Guide to Developing Your Intuitive Psychic Abilities, including clairvoyance, mind reading, manifestation, astral projection, mediumship, and spiritual guide. But what we're going to just tap in for just a brief moment. All right. Checking. If you got some questions, you go ahead and call in. It'd be easier. I can't keep looking at the phone, y'all. You can put comments on it, and I'll try to respond to them later on. I'm going to kind of keep it right to 9 o'clock. However, if I need to go over, please, I'll do this. There's a saying that we will walk up a mountain barefoot, eating rattlesnakes, if it requires just saving one. So if only one individual hears the sound of my voice and they're able to get enlivened and inspired and actually go forth to become the better version of yourself. So you can go to Ptah Shakur. We got a plethora of videos as far as things to do if you want to change your diet. Sea moss, we got you. Eating more leafy vegetables, which is really key at this time because the sun is actually on a whole nother level right now, sharing a whole lot of light code. So the vegetables and the fruit are really imbued with this power, this powerful energy. So you want to make sure you eat fresh things. We don't want to eat things with dead meat and things of that nature. That's how you get that karma. Because believe it or not, them cows just straight mooing. They're not singing. They're certainly not singing when they're in them slaughterhouses. So what they're doing is communicating to the other ones, and they're scared to death. And all that fear is going into their meat, and then you eat the meat and wonder why we got all these different things that we got to go rush to the pharmaceutical people to try to help us, and they ain't never going to help us. So also you can find different other things as well if you want to get into yoga, if you want to get into, pretty soon I'll be doing retreats where we're going to go out into nature and enjoy. Please go out into nature. It's still kind of warm out. Take your shoes off, take your socks off. Go ahead and demagnetize, because like I said, All this 4G, 5G, all this infrared and cell phones and all this stuff is ping-ponging inside of your body at all times. Some people can't even go to sleep. Just wired up. And believe it or not, the enemies of truth, these elitists, what we call them bad actors. They're not elite on nothing. However, they want to make sure that you and I are so stressed out, working 2-3 jobs, you can't see your children, you've got YouTube raising our children, and YouTube and trap music. YouTube and trap music raising our children while we over here trying to earn a living to actually support ourselves, and we're driving ourselves crazy, and we're getting on prescription medicine, and it's taking us to an early grave. We're supposed to live longer than we're supposed to live. So, rough wealth of knowledge. We can freestyle. You can call in. We can go wherever you want to go with this. So, but let me get to what I came here to talk about. So, we're going to talk about the, particularly, you may have heard this in speakings. People may speak about something called clairvoyance. What is clairvoyance? Clairvoyance is known as seeing physical visions, either subjectively or objectively. Whenever these images appear in your mind, it's called subjectively, but some people actually see them physically if you're sitting there standing right next to you. Believe it or not, the veil is getting very, very thin, and it's getting thinner. And so those opportunities to experience energy in different realms is going to be more and more able and possible. Talk to your youth, y'all. You may find out they're experiencing ringing in their ears. You may find out that they're experiencing noticing repeating numbers. You too as well. You may notice 111, 222, 333, 911, and things of that nature. Think about it. I keep seeing that number. I wonder what that means. That means that you're actually listening to your ancestors that are whispering to you. Look at the clock. Oh my goodness. Look at the license plate. Oh my goodness. Look at the address. That means that there's a relationship building there. And if you want to continue with that relationship, then Ptah Shakur, I'm here. And if you just say, oh, that's just a bunch of baloney. If you think it's baloney, that's fine. Please go change the channel. There's a lot of things to watch on Facebook at this particular time. So that's what, just real brief, I'm not going to go into it real super deeply, but clairvoyance, and even you can experience this when it comes to meditation. And I'm going to have to try to wrap this up because I got a wonderful little experience for you. It's a little how-to. All you really have to do is close your eyes. One thing, when you close your eyes, you shut your eyes off to the world. You shut off a tremendous amount of information that's flooding your cerebral cortex. And all that information going to that cerebral cortex, and then that cerebral cortex has to decide what to keep and what to throw away. Throw away, keep doing. Now, our belief system, our indoctrinations, and things in the way that we were raised up have a lot to do about what we keep, and it has a lot to do about what we throw away. So if you have grown up in a very, very strict and rigid mindset, like, oh, that's not right, that's not prudent, and things of that nature, then a lot of these things are just going to miss you because your cerebral cortex is programmed to actually kick that thing out in the trash. But it's right in front of your face, but your cerebral cortex will not kick it in. So when you close your eye, you already start to, and then your other senses start to pick up. And of course with visualization, and imagine straight nothing. Imagine a blackboard, imagine a whiteboard. You can sit there, I put this as a challenge to you. All of my tough guys, all of my righteous individuals, all of my people that think, I can do whatever I can do. I challenge you to sit down, close your eyes, breathe into the count of 4, hold to the count of 4, breathe out to the count of 8, and sit and imagine nothing. You might say, why do you want to do that? That sounds so crazy. Why would you not want to do nothing? And I don't know, that breathing thing sounds kind of suspicious. As though breathing, me telling you to breathe a certain way is going to cause something to kind of jump in your body and beat you up. So when you do that, when you shut down all this exterior stimuli, because those enemy of truth are doing their due diligence. They want you to have those new iPhone 15s and put it into your your baby little stroller. So that's, you see the baby's face. I'm just getting hit with all this. But to get in contact with the divinity that's inside, you're going to have to go inside. How do you go inside? Quiet your mind. How do you do that? Step 1, close your eyes. Step 2, focus on your breathing. When you do that, you'll notice that you're going to have a fight on your hands. You're going to have your body consciousness, which is used to running your life, which is one good thing that came about with the whole COVID situation, is that it gave us an opportunity where our body consciousness said, I can't go down there and get my little fried pork sandwich and go to work and then go over here and flirt with this particular lady before I go to work. You can't do all that. So now you got to stay in your home, and then your body is like, you find yourself just waking up, wanting to go do things. However, that time and during COVID, it was an opportunity for us to get in contact with our mind and say, what do I want to do? Why am I on this planet? Why am I alive? But like I say to people all the time when I was youth advocate, you have 2 lives that you live. Your second life begins when you realize that you only got 1 life. So with that, you would do the due diligence you can to be very, very intentional and bring in positive in your life. Who wants to bring suffering in? I think we already got plenty of that. So it's going to take the work. And what that work is, it's not going to the gym and working out. It's quieting your mind. And I'll go through a different realization in the next 15 minutes or so as far as how to view your mind, because you're going to have different thoughts pop up and things of that nature. But when you do that efficiently, you'll notice that on this little black screen or this white screen, you'll start to pick up little subtle thoughts, subtle images maybe. Some of you may be picking up on certain images. You may see what's going to happen tomorrow, and then you say, I just had a thought of something's going to happen down the line. And God dong it, God gee golly, it actually happened. And then you slowly start to understand how psychic you really, really are. So that's clairvoyant. There's 3 other clairs, y'all. There's clairaudience. Clairaudience is the clear hearing of the spirits. As a clairvoyant, this psychic ability involves hearing subjectively or objectively. With clairaudience, you may hear the voice of spirit in your mind. You may hear them as though you're having a telephone conversation with them. And believe it or not, when you do get these particular downloads, when you do get this particular communication, it's going to sound like your voice. It'll be very, very, it'll really shock quite a bit of information, quite a few individuals, excuse me. If you're sitting at home and you're in your relaxated state, I don't want nobody to call me. Yeah, go ahead and call me. Go ahead and find me on Facebook, find me on YouTube. And if you go into this meditative state and you hear a voice that's not your voice, call me. We got some other work that got to be done. So, number three, claircognizance, which is called clear knowing. But this clair, one receives psychic information as insights without knowing its source. Whoa. I got to slow down now. Hold on, Ptah. Are you saying that there's individuals that are able to tap in to knowledge that is nowhere in their periphery, that is efficient, accurate, and timeless? Yes, I'm saying that exactly. Go ahead and read go into your Bible, like I said. Go into that Revelations. Behold, I see a new heaven and a new earth. That was John, and it's it's written. Individual, is it Apocrypha? I forget what his first name, but it's known as John. This individual actually had a vision of all of those things that's put into that book that has been republished, re-edited, flipped it and reversed it. That book that's been the most widely popular book in the world has chapter at the very, very end that came from an individual who actually was a channel. He tapped into this divine information and he shared it, and behold, he says all the things about the 4 horsemen. Talks about different things that's going on. A lot of the stuff is going on right now. I'm not going to go into all of that. But other individuals like Nostradamus. There's a lady a woman who lived in Russia. She was called I don't want to get it wrong. She was called the female version of Nostradamus. There's other individuals, Edgar Cayce, who was actually studied by the United States CIA, actually has files and files and files of this individual named Edgar Cayce, who's known as the Sleeping Prophet. I believe is headquartered there in Virginia Beach, actually. And there's different schools, actually, closer to this area, over by Quakerstown. There's a there's a school of his that's in this area that actually shares how some of his writings and some of his visions. And a lot of those visions are taking place right now. So we'll get into that another time. Last but not least is claircognizance. This is called clear knowing. That we receive psychic information and insight without knowing its source. And it goes more in depth with it. And then I'll go more in depth with each one of these in successive series going into the very, very near future. So I just wanted to kind of give you a little sip, a little taste. That you, yes you, America, if you're listening, I rub my hands together. That means there's going to be some deep stuff coming out. If you're listening right now, you are a tremendous, powerful being beyond measure. One of the most favorite poems, I forget what the name of it is called, but it was actually in that movie Coach Carter. It says, "What are we afraid of the most?" And in the movie Coach Carter, Samuel L. Jackson character, it was a basketball team. He would just blurt that out just randomly. What are we afraid of the most? But look around and they didn't understand. He just walk off. And at the very end of the movie, the young individuals stood up and he recited the poem, which is this. What we're afraid of the most is not that we are inferior. What we're afraid is that we are infinitely powerful beyond measure. Paraphrase. And when we subconsciously, we need to shine like children do. And when we shine and we walk into our truth, we subconsciously give others the right to shine as well. So, like I said, it's all written in scriptures and scrolls. There's a lot of instances where in Buddhism, got some flying around here, even Yeshua himself actually shared the divinity that the temple of God is in ye. And I'm so thankful for the divine, for producing the environment where the knowledge that's being expressed right now is coming out of the mouths of babes instead of for those that are the wise and prudent. We see the wise and prudent right there on a Capitol Hill. We see the wise and prudent, the older individuals that have ran their course, and this system has ran its course. This is the time of the death. You see the financial system dying. You see the educational system dying. You see the political system dying. So what does that mean? That means, are we supposed to freak out and get full of fear and just go, and bite our fingers in intense grief? That's in scripture too. I say no. I say we have another option. Those elitists, those that actually are seeking control over you and I, the ones that actually are 1%, I think like 16 families actually. I think it's less than 1%. We'll just say 1%. 1% of the population owns 99% of the wealth, 99% of the resources, and they're going for 99.9. Doing all of this in front of our faces right now to put us in a state of fear. Because believe it or not, study kinesiology. Ooh, I said that perfectly. Kinesiology, or muscle testing, actually proves that your body is imbued and connected energetic tissue with the divine source. And so when you have an individual that is operating in a state of fear, they become easily controlled physically and spiritually. Physically, you can see that take place in sports where you see certain physical, everybody has the same ability, dribbling basketball. You got some better than others, but there'd be a whole momentum shift or the crowd gets involved. They seemingly do superhuman abilities or have a superhuman type of strength where they're able to tap into this divine source. So all of this is true evidence. So like I said, the purpose of this show, if it got convoluted or confused at any point in time, is for education, motivation, and aspiration and inspiration. So no matter who you are, whatever your acronyms are, whatever your race are, we are all part of this divine family. And we need to do what we can to bring in this heaven on earth. And it starts with you and I. Every tub sits on its own bottom. So just real quickly, for those who, this is for my supporters out there. They ain't seen me for a couple weeks. I got, where you at? You ain't falling off. No, we're not going nowhere. We're not falling off, not one smidget. In fact, I kind of sit back and wait till the news catch up to people. It's like, okay, man, are they ready to hear now I think they're ready to listen now. Then I come up with a boof. So, for all those people out there, all my fellow human beings, all those who are looking to find the best version of yourself, you want to change your diet around, and you might find yourself surrounded by people that don't believe in you. They might be your family. Oh, I want to ruffle some feathers here. I said I'm a catalyst for change, didn't I? Believe it or not, some of the people that in your own, all of the people that's in your family. There's a couple of them that have been sent. They come with you, y'all. Birds and the feathers definitely flock together. Yes, I'm talking about reincarnation. So when you come to this particular physical matrix, third dimensional matrix, yeah, they'll come with you. And they'll come to be your testers. They'll come to be your antagonizers. They'll come to be your downright enemies. Why? All for the exploit, for you to learn something from them. In the totality of this, when you step out of this third dimensional realm, all the people you have beef with, all the people that you was angry with, and you say, oh, that person, no. There's something you need to learn from that individual. There's a lesson to be learned from all of these individuals that's in your life that is actually causing obstacles in your life. And a lot of them is coming from your family. But if you need a respite, if you need a reset, if you need a breath of fresh air, you might need to find some new friends. Find the 5 people closest to you, and I can predict your future. So if you want to step outside and you find yourself wanting to not eat that meat that I was talking about, want to do some more sea moss or some shilligit, you find yourself wanting to exercise and actually do things to finally, because you got the sweatpants and the shoes and the headband and everything that matches with your whole workout gear, and it's just collecting dust. It's time to go outside and find somebody. If you get in contact with me, Ptah Shakur, like I said, I introduce you to there's a village of us. Yes, there's a village of us that are actually looking to better themselves and to better the world. Like I said in the very beginning, and I'll say it again. We are the new founding fathers of this experience. So put a smile on your face, all my star seeds, all my light workers and things of that nature. So this is a message for everybody out there, all my YouTube subscribers, everybody who's tuning in right now. Understand this. They mock you. They laugh at you. They fight you. You win. I'm going to say that again. When it comes to being your divine self and expressing the uniqueness of your personality, understand that you're going to offend everybody a little bit. When you being yourself, you will offend everybody. I tell people all the time that success, they say it's success and failure is opposite sides of the coin. Oh, no. Failure is part of success. Understanding that in every failure, seemingly failure that takes place, you're supposed to learn something from that. You're supposed to go back to the lab. Okay, well, let me switch that around. Let me flip it in the verse. Don't ever take that what's going on is because you're having success in your life, that the God or some imbued power above you is sentencing you to a life of suffering. Oh, it must not be. I thought I was going to be a singer. My heart and my soul is telling me to go ahead and sing. But I went out and sang at my church, and I didn't get any applauses. I didn't get any love from anybody. So I guess that's just the universe telling me, let me go ahead and find this little job over here, shoveling over here. No. Return to your love. Return to your passions. And when you do return to your passion, understand that not everybody's going to feel they're not going to vibrate with you. That's fine. Because like I said, failure is part of success. The opposite of success is conformity. We are to never conform to the third dimensional world outside of us to tell us what we came here to do. No. That's back. So when you find that divine aspect of yourself and you stand on your 10 toes and you step and go into motion, you're going to find people who mock you. People who laugh at you. People who fight you. Then you win. Mathematics on that. Anybody understand the mathematics behind that? Go ahead and chime in and just let me know. But for all my, like I said, shout out, Starseed salute. Let me get it right. Everybody that's on the fast track, that's on the high level there, that actually understand that they are the divine source in action and they're doing their due diligence to share it with the world. My hat goes off to you. For all those in the middle track, this one's for you. Did you know, in case you didn't know, I'm checking out the news, there's record heat going on in the West. Heat domes going on. weather manipulations, HARP. Believe it or not, the government has ability to affect the weather. That information is coming out. There's information, there's legislation going on into the American legislative system led by Dr. Stephen Greer. Definitely want to shout out to Dr. Stephen Greer, who's doing his very best to bring disclosure and to bring these black budget programs that have existed for far too long. Their time is up, y'all. Put a smile on your face. They existed in the darkness. Not only did you and I didn't know, the Congress didn't even know. They had a 5-star general, actually was told, Lockheed Skunk Works has some of these anti-gravitic devices and some of these devices that can make tremendous impact in the world. Devices that Nikola Tesla proved 100 years ago that you were able to use 0-point energy and actually manifest energy out of thin air. Proved it 100 years ago. See if you can find that. Go ahead and duck. I was going to say Google, but I don't want to do Google. You don't want everything popping up on your Facebook page. Like, oh, you don't want that to follow you because they watching. Go ahead and DuckDuckGo and find out who this individual Nikola Tesla is and realize that we're living in a 100-year moonwalk. We just went backwards. We think we all technologically, we got these trinkets and all these different smartphones and things. Ooh, we're living at a height of humanity. No, we're not. If you look into in Egypt, if you look what's etched on the walls there, they had light bulbs. Baghdad battery in the Middle East, they actually had batteries way before all this. So we think everything is technologically superior, but it's not. So basically what I'm sharing with you is that we understand with the border crossing, this new monkeypox, I was been telling, please, if you call me a liar, you won't have a foot to stand on. If you go to Ptah Shakur back in 2023, I was sharing about getting ready for this new Omicron and the Delta. Like I said, these elitists have plans for you and I, and the end game is really, really near. So, like I was just basically sharing, this is the very key time for everybody to put on your thinking caps, y'all. But before I kind of move on out, I do have a message that I want to share with the youth, because we believe that the youth are the future. And so what we need to teach the youth is this. We must teach these 7 principles to attain spiritual, mental, and physical freedom. Number 1, we need to develop a definiteness of purpose. We need to tell the youth that, hey, you're here for a reason. It starts with that. And you have a purpose to do. And so when you go ahead and you try to find that, and if you're a youth between the ages of 17 and 22, we're depending on you to fail. We're not expecting anybody in that age bracket to actually come up and just do everything successful. No, that's not how it works. But understand this, that with every failure, and I'll go into this in a little bit, with every failure that it's experienced, there is a seed of victory that's in this. So we need to teach our youth how to look for the seeds instead of how to hear the defeat or the seemingly failure and then walk on and go put your hands and go find something else to do. So definiteness of purpose. Number 2, mastery over yourself. If you say something, keep your word to yourself. The worst liars are ones who lie to themselves. And it's very, very interesting how we don't let another person get off the hook with lying to us, to deceive us. We hold our foot to the fire. But when it comes to us, you say, I'm going to go out. Yeah, I went to the gym today. Trying to slim down just a little bit. Ran about 3 miles. Of course, when it started getting close, my back started hurting, knees started hurting, everything started hurting. I knew exactly what that was. But that's the physical body saying, I'm tired of this. No, mind over matter. You're going to do what I say. So use the mind over matter. Master yourself. Learn from adversity. That goes into, like I was saying, about failure. Adversity. It's not time to go sit. Shout out to all my youth sports, Rich Craighead, Russ Stoner, individual. That just comes to mind. It just popped in my mind. But individual youth sports, I know. There's other things you can do besides sports. I get it. However, sports for youth is a very, very instrumental way to learn leadership skills and to learn what I just said, learning from adversity. You need adversity to learn from it, right? Number 4, controlling your environment and the influences around your environment. If you go to sleep and you got that YouTube on, you already know. They playing that Cardi B. They playing that Megan Thee Stallion. We play it at our children's birthday parties. Children don't know anything about the content of what's being expressed in these very, very lewd and overly sexed music that is throwing off our youth's chakra systems. Yeah, that's the chakra system right there. Throwing it off. Overly sexed information. And we're just sitting there, seeing the little girls over there booty popping. That's cute. Where is our society headed? So, we need to control the environments. Make sure what you're feeding your mind is pure, clean. Don't feed it no swine. Don't feed it no pork. And if you're eating pork, you're eating some swine, I don't know what to say to you. So, make sure you focus on your time. Give permanency to positive rather than negative thoughts. And develop wisdom. So if you have those negative thoughts that's speaking to you, you know, it's time to move into something positive. If you don't have a positive person, check me out. Check some of the videos that I say. And it helps promote positive, promotes positivity. Number 6, harmony. Acting with a definiteness of purpose to become the dominant influence over your mental, spiritual, and physical environment. Like I said, control your environment. And last but not least, think. This is the greatest tool that you've been gifted with. Make sure you utilize it. So, but I'll keep my word. Before I leave on out, this is a visualization meditation you can do as I watch the clock here. Take a big deep breath. Breathe in through your nose. Breathe out of your mouth. Push that door. Push that energy out. Only breathe out your mouth once. Your nose is for breathing. Your mouth is for eating. So when you breathe in to the count of 4, hold. To the count of 4, breathe out to the count of 8. Breathe in to the count of 4. Hold. Breathe out. Some of you take a seat. You may make it kind of disoriented a little bit. But as those brain cells start to enliven and actually come alive, then you really start to understand that you're really setting into something really, really spectacular. So, once you do that for a period of time, do it for 3 minutes. And like I said, visualize nothing. Whether it be a blank screen, all white, like in the Matrix movie, or a black screen. And this is what you'll experience. Ptah Shakur said, don't imagine anything. What's the first thing your body conscious is going to do? It's going to send something to think about. It's going to say, oh, I wonder if that basketball game is on. Oh, I need to pack my lunch for tomorrow. Where did I put that sock? This is a very key point. And it will happen. When those thoughts enter into your mind, almost like when you're swimming in a wonderful, clean pool, and you see like a leaf that just wafts by you, you don't freak out, and run out of the pool. What you do is just, not today. Thank you. Thank you. Because your body consciousness only wants to protect you. That's the only reason why it's doing what it does. It's really an overbearing parent almost. And it wants, did you consider this? Can you consider it? No, thank you. I got this. So how you speak to yourself is really, really key when you're going through these different visualizations. So when you do that, you visualize just nothing. And then you'll have these different thoughts come to your mind, and you got to put them aside. And some of you all, you might get tapped into some of this clairvoyant and clairaudience. But before you go into drift off into what the universe has for you, this is what you could do consciously in this physical plane to bring power to you. And this is something I have not said publicly, but I will say it today because I have an individual that asked me. So what you do is just use this guide here as a guide. You visualize a white light. It could be a ball of light. It could be a white tennis ball. It could be as big as a bowling ball. It could be as small as a golf ball. It doesn't matter. There's no wrong way to do it. Just imagine this white light hovering over this your top chakra, which is, I believe, your I don't know why it's not coming to mind. Your sacral chakra. You visualize that light. Use your imagination. I'm telling you right now, your imagination is your superpower. I'll explain that at another time. I don't have time. So you visualize that white light. Then you visualize the white light coming to your third eye. You visualize that white light. Take like about a minute or so. Imagine it now. I'm talking about a beaming light. Just imagine if it's really a light. And you go through your different chakra, all the 7. Do that once a day. That's my prescription for everybody. And get back on the program. I will be back on this program, I promise you. next Monday, same bat time, same bat channel. But I'm up against a hard kind of break. So if you're listening, if you love this content, go to YouTube, Ptah Shakur. And I ask everybody that's out there to get in contact with the divinity that's inside of you. And when you get in contact with the divinity, share a little bit of that love and light with your fellow human beings. And let's do what we can to make heaven on earth. And so we can flip all these cards over. Nobody's coming for us. We got to do it ourselves. This is Ptah Shakur. Love and light to you all.